William, how are you tonight, brother?
Doing very well. How are you, sir?
I'm doing fine, thank you. So we're back for another episode, Tattooed Bananas, episode 2. Since
back again.
Since we had since we had such an overwhelming success with the first one, which was something special. Yeah, let's see if we can keep this magic going. I don't.
Yeah, gotta capture the magic 2 times in a row.
Who knows how this one will turn out, but I feel pretty pleased with the first one. So
can't be much worse.
No, I mean we can try, but I don't know.
If anyone can do it, it's us.
Yeah, you know what? We should set the bar high. So.
Or extremely low.
Yeah, that's good too. I like that.
If it's too high, we'll just go under it.
Right. Yeah.
Like.
Exactly. So what are you drinking tonight? What do you got?
Tonight I have a Otter Creek Couch Surfer Oatmeal Stout.
Oh, I like it. Oh, I like the bottle too. That's fancy.
Yeah, it's cool. It's got a little Bernese Mountain Dog on it,
hey.
Which I think they put on all their beers.
Oh, really?
And I really enjoy the dog. I think it's really cool.
Excellent. It kind of reminds me of the video that I put together for my nephew Declan's birthday with the dog that I just kept peppering into the footage that I had.
Yeah, that was just the right amount of dog peppering.
Was it?
Yeah, like you don't want to pepper your dog too much, and I think you walked a very, very fine line, and I gotta say it was well played.
Well, I feel like it worked out okay because I probably put the dog in there, I don't know, at least 14 or 15 times in places that were completely unnecessary. But he was a cute dog. I don't even remember his name, and I think I only, met the dog really for, less than a minute. But he...
I thought his name was Declan, wasn't it? It was his birthday.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. And that's what my brother-in-law was curious about as to when his son was actually going to make the video as opposed to the dog that was in it, at least 6 or 7 times before I actually showed the birthday boy.
Well, it kind of harps on what I was saying last week. Like, humanity can eat it.
Yep.
Like, animals are what's up.
There you go.
They're taking over the world again.
Yeah.
Taking back what's theirs.
Aside from the car magnets, but we'll move on from that because I feel like we were kind of at a standstill on that particular topic.
I feel like that was good, though. You got to put it on the table and see what happens.
Well,
sometimes.
yeah, because, as much as, I feel like we're on the same page with a lot of things, we're not going to agree about everything, and that's okay, because that's going to, I hope, to make good audio for the...
Yeah, it's either going to make really good audio and possibly drive a wedge through our friendship,
yep.
Or not do either.
Or
one of the two.
Or both, potentially.
Dealer's choice, I guess.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll let the people decide. So, all right. So before we get going, I have a tasty brew tonight. I don't know what you can see.
What do you got there?
This is the 6 Point Brewery. It's the 4 Beans. This is the one I was telling you about the other day. It's delicious.
Where do they brew from? Do you know where they're out of?
They are out of Brooklyn.
Oh, Brooklyn. All right. What's up?
Yeah. So I like the Brooklyn beers. So this was a new one. It's got a nice 10% kick to it.
Hello,
but it's nice
sir.
and smooth.
Is Brooklyn in the house?
I believe they are.
So.
I believe they are. They should be. They should be.
In the house.
Yeah. All right. So we'll get a little shout out to our beverages tonight. And a quick one, too. I got to go to a little party today at our friend Jeff's house, and a buddy of ours had brought this wonderful game. I don't know if you've seen any of this. It's called Spike Ball.
No, sir. Please explain.
So it is it looks like a mini trampoline, but it's like a mesh net on top.
It'd be better if it was a mini tramp.
That would be good. You're right.
Yeah,
anyway. A mini Lady and the Tramp, and you eat spaghetti with a partner, and the first one to kiss wins a point. That would make for a much more entertaining game, but no. So you have this what looks like a mini trampoline with like a mesh net. There he goes, the big bottle of knockoff bourbon. Way to do it. Again, let's see how this train derails tonight. Ooh, smart man, not buffaloing even over Skype. I like it.
So, I was thinking this could be the show about derailment, since we don't really have a genre yet.
Yeah. No, I like it.
We're really bad at staying on topic.
Exactly.
I don't know if you guys have noticed that after one episode, but not the best at staying on topic. So,
but I feel like we covered a lot, even with not being focused or on point, if you will.
Like you were saying, we really peppered the dog.
Yes, exactly.
Like just the right amount of pepper, I think.
Yeah.
No expert on this by any means.
All right, so spike ball. So you have what looks like a mini trampoline, probably, I don't know, 3 feet across, something like that. And you have like what looks like a mini volleyball. How's that knockoff bourbon? Looks like it's treating you well, huh?
Yeah, it's very tasty.
Is it? What was that, like $7?
It's a very formidable flavor is how I would put it.
That's a really nice way of putting it. Like, you sound like a food critic that doesn't want to bury someone. And you're just like, yeah, the grilled cheese was, it had some interesting notes of old feet.
And disgusting.
Yep.
Did you say berry or Mary?
I said berry.
Okay, all right.
But I guess you could say married depending on the situation. If there's like a green card kind of scenario.
That's true.
I swear I'm going to explain spike ball at some point. It's going to happen. So you have a mini trampoline, there's a tiny mini volleyball, you put a mesh net on top, you have a partner, and basically you play it like volleyball where you have to hit the ball.
So you have to be homosexual or straight for this game? Because you're saying partner, which makes me think maybe it's like, a pretty cool, like, hip game, like you could go either way.
I guess it could be.
I just want clarification.
As far as I understand it, the sexual orientation in regards to spike ball is, it's not needed, but
so it's like, so what you're saying is it's wide open.
Exactly. Yeah, you can swing, you can go wherever. Which is actually funny that you mentioned that, because in the game you're not set to one side. Like, you can move wherever you want to around the spike ball net.
So it's really cool, like, sexually. You could...
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah. We didn't have enough time to play a game, pantsless or shortsless, because it was kind of warm today. But I'm sure at some point we could get together and figure out a way so it's like, oh, after you serve this many times, you got to do this kind of sexual favor. Yeah, exactly. Well, actually, it's funny because when one of the guys that was playing on the other team, he was getting into it big time, and like he took his keys out and his wallet and his phone, and he was like, shedding stuff, and I was wondering where it was going to stop. And I just met him that day, and I wasn't really sure. And he actually did mention, maybe we can get some official spike ball banana hammocks, so that way people know how much we love the game.
So is there going to be a second date, or is that
I hope so.
Yeah.
So hopefully Kristen only listens to the first one, my lovely wife, and not this one, so she doesn't learn about my infidelity with the spike ball opponent that I had earlier today.
Oh, did she listen to the first one?
No, not yet, because...
Okay, it's not worth listening to.
Divorce is expensive.
If you're just tuning in, don't listen to the first episode. Not the best.
No, it was good. I enjoyed it, I feel like you gotta catch them all. It's like the Pokemon of comedy podcasts here.
Oh, okay, fun question.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Pokemon character?
And
don't say Pikachu, because that's not fair.
No. I'm a big fan of Charizard, and I like Squirtle just because that name is fun to say.
Is it Squirtle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like Chipotle, but Squirtle. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's cool.
So
like that.
if Squirtle could actually squirt Chipotle, I'd be pretty happy.
Yeah, you'd be constantly pleasuring that little guy.
Oh my God, yeah, he'd be sour creaming everything in the house. All right, so let's get going. What do What do you got on your end? What's coming down the pike here?
I honestly, I don't really know any Pokemon. It was just like a kind of off the hip kind of question. I mean, I think there was one that was called Meowth, which was like cat based. So
yep.
I'd probably go with that because I'm like a feline friendly kind of dude.
Yeah. Okay. I feel that.
Yeah.
All right. So this has been our Pokemon Corner, where we discuss our basic knowledge of Pokemon and offer nothing.
Case, sorry.
Yeah. So
somewhere out there's a Pokemon like guru that's like, this guy's an idiot. Like, don't bring it up if you can't talk about it.
Exactly right. Don't.
Guess what, guru? Lesson learned.
Don't come with that weak shit.
Shut.
Right, like that guy in our fantasy league that offered to trade us Jamal Charles for Eddie Lacy, which seems.
Yeah. So
who
this
does
is a
that?
Funny story. Fantasy football. It's somewhat interesting in that it's like grown men that play a game and then they're like professionally, like they're really good at it or whatever. But still, at the end of the day, it's a game that they're playing. They're getting paid millions of dollars, and then you get a bunch of schmucks that get together and like they draft their ultimate fantasy team. So the whole thing's bullshit and totally fake. And it's like, what's the point? I don't know, but I do it.
It's fun.
So I have this league, and I had a draft, and the timing worked out so perfectly for it that I was driving home from work while trying to draft my team, and let's just say it didn't turn out so good. Didn't hit anyone or kill anybody.
Right.
But the fantasy football team does definitely, I would say, have some major flaws.
I like it, and you know, just for clarification, this is a team we co-own, and the super fun part about this night too, where I let you down tremendously, was that I was sleeping at this point. And what time was this draft? Like 7:30?
Yeah, it was at 7 o'clock.
Yeah,
and it's like, guess what time I work till? 7 o'clock.
There you
go.
It
was perfect timing.
Yep. Yeah, I was passed out on the couch. I think I woke up at 9:30 from what was probably, a difficult time to take a nap. So, but what are you going to do? No, but I like our team. I think we got some solid players. I think we're up for a good season. Do you want to throw it out there? Our team name, which I enjoy very much.
Okay, yeah. So we're both Jets fans.
Yep.
And the name of our team is Revis Christ Martial Law, and there is a hyphen in there for good measure.
I feel like that really rolls off the tongue. Like there's something fun about that.
Yeah.
Because like people try to come up with these, kind of fun team names.
Yeah, like they get a little crazy with it to where they're not even funny anymore.
Yeah.
But I feel like this isn't even a funny name. It's like, we're just going to fucking eat your children and piss on your house and burn it to the ground, or burn your house to the ground and then piss on it and then eat your children.
Right.
Either way, I mean, that's what's going to happen. You pick the sequence.
Right. So my other league that I have, I'm playing a guy this week who's a big Patriots fan, our buddy Jeff, that you know too. And I decided to change my team name last year in this league every week to reflect my opponent. And I thought it would be kind of fun to change my team name to Golden Shower Boys Back, to pay homage to the Tom Brady nullifying of his suspension, which Jeff got kind of a kick out of because he was pretty pumped up today that Brady was back, playing some quarterback for the Pats.
Yeah. See, the whole thing with this Tom Brady thing, it's like, who really cares about his balls? Like,
yeah,
I can never remember anybody talking about some dude's balls for more than 6 months. Like, it's been like 9 months, and people are still obsessed with his testicles. I don't know what happened to them, and I really don't care. Like, why are you going to suspend him? Guess what? Don't care. What happened to his balls? I don't know. Don't care. The dude is a professional athlete, whatever that means. Like, he's just getting paid to play a game. So, get off his nutsack already.
Oh, you know what? And actually bringing it back to what you're saying, too, about it just being a game, I think the one thing that's bothered me the most this week, because I'm a big college football fan, too, and a lot of the pregame stuff has been on, before the games kicked off this week. I'm really kind of getting sick of when these analysts and commentators are talking about teams.
You're pronouncing it wrong.
It's analysts?
Analyst,
Sorry.
Yes.
My apologies. So these commentators and analysts, thank you, they're talking about these teams, and they're mentioning, like, they're talking about the wide receivers and the running backs, and they're talking about the weapons that the team has. And I'm kind of getting sick of, like, these militaristic, like, analogies that they're giving to teams, because they're talking about how they're battling and how they're, fighting adversity, and they have these weapons on the teams, and it makes it seem, and I get it. I've never really played organized football, outside of, like, Thanksgiving Day games where, we've played in the snow and all that good stuff.
At the end of the day, it's basically the same thing.
Is it?
It's a game.
Right, okay, yes, thank you.
You're playing tiddlywinks or football. Like, if you're playing tiddlywinks professionally, bravo, you probably should stay under the rock that you've been living under. But
yeah.
It's the same thing. It's a profession.
But, let's think about this for a minute. Let's say Tiddlywinks makes it to ESPN2 at some point, because the gameplay is so riveting that people are like,
it's gotta be better than watching poker.
We're coming back to that, because that's actually on my list of things to talk about.
Circle the wagons.
Oh boy. So let's say that you get a Tiddlywinks Saturday night, brouhaha going, and they're talking about the weapons that this guy has in his disposal. Like, wouldn't that be kind of uncomfortable? And you'd think, like, no, he doesn't really have weapons. He just has, a particular set of skills that, he can use to defeat somebody else. Like, I can't understand it. Like, I hear it in other sports too. I get it. But, like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, they don't have rifles. They don't have tanks. Like, what? Can you help me out here? I don't get it.
We should play Risk.
There you go. See, you know what? I would watch people play Risk on ESPN before I'd watch them play poker. The Ocho. I'd watch it on, just regular old ESPN. I would enjoy them to televise people playing, board games, even video games too, and not just the gameplay. I mean the actual people, because I'd love to see, like, a giant fight when somebody takes out all of your troops from Russia and you're left with nothing on the continent.
Oh, that's the worst feeling. When you get invaded by the Ukraine and you lose that battle, like, you just want to die.
My mind immediately goes to the territory of Kamchatka in Risk. And just thinking back when, there was that whole issue between Russia and the Ukraine, a couple of summers ago. Yeah. I was always thinking about, like, where's Kamchatka? Where are they coming in on this? Like, what's their deal? Are they pro-Russia? Are they pro-Ukraine? What's happening? Are they just kind of waiting back and seeing if they take each other out and they just kind of march on in and move their plastic people and be like, we own this place now. Deal with it.
This is now my country.
Exactly, yeah. So, like, the Red Dawn of, I guess, if they were to invade the United States, that's probably the threat we need to be most concerned about, is Kamchatka, which people aren't talking about, and it's concerning.
Well, I can actually see Russia from my backyard.
You can. That's fantastic. Do you have a poster of Russia in your backyard?
No, actually, I have one of those, like, telescopes.
Oh, nice.
Binoculars, that's what it is.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
And if I just look, it's like, because everything in the world pretty much looks about the same.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure it's Russia.
Okay.
Like, just over the horizon.
I would just assume that it is. I mean, don't bother fact-checking or anything, so.
Yeah, I just look west, and it's like, there it is. I mean, I believe everything Sarah Palin has ever said, so I'm totally on board. How she didn't get elected vice president? I don't know.
I mean, just based on her porn star-like look, I mean, that's bizarre, I think.
Yeah, that's fair.
So,
what's your favorite color? That's a question that's been on my mind for the last 30 years. No, well, we probably didn't know each other when we were 30. Maybe like 28 years.
okay.
What's your favorite color?
It's a good question. I mean, I don't know. I think the immediate answer is to go something, bland like blue or yellow. But
okay. Well, let's spice it up a little bit.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna say purple.
Purple. Okay,
Purple makes me happy.
Purple. That's cool.
What back to you. What's something that you enjoy color wise?
I used to always go black. Literally, but no. I kind of like blue lately. It's been my jam.
Oh.
I got the blue wheels and the blue trucks on my skateboard.
Right.
So I'm gonna go blue, and I got the blue sunglasses.
Oh yeah, you do.
And now I kind of like burnt orange because that's the color of my new car, my new very old car.
Oh yeah, that's true. You want
I named him Bernie because he's burnt orange. It's kind of cute. Yeah.
I like that.
Best buddies, me and Bernie.
That's adorable. I did get to ride in the truck, and I enjoyed it a lot. And I think it had a lot to do with what we had briefly referenced in the first episode, was that, we had fled from a park police officer while we were skateboarding when we were being pulled up the hill by another friend who had taken a spotlight to shine on us because we were skating, what was it, like dusk, right? And then it
yeah, it was.
We lost a lot of light fast, but even
it got
still,
dark really quick.
Yeah. Things took a turn. So
yeah, all those damn trees, terrible. It's atrocious what those trees are doing to the planet.
I still got to watch that footage because I had the GoPro running for a while as I was running, as you put it. Because I'd like to hear at the point where I'm running across the field, darting between trees, checking to see where the park ranger's at. Not that we were doing anything particularly bad, but I just didn't feel like being there and having to explain anything because it just... And I think part of it, too, was just because of how stupid it was. And not stupid in, like, we should have been doing something else, but just how, I guess, maybe lame?
Yeah, well, life lesson, it's always better to run from your problems.
Oh, yeah, no, exactly. I mean, that's... If you take nothing else from this, if we give you no other advice than that, yeah.
Just run.
Right, exactly.
Like, tuck tail, keep your head down, run.
Yeah.
And if they can see your shadow, they can see you.
Exactly.
So don't let nobody see your shadow.
So I really got to go back through the footage, and I'm sure the video isn't fantastic because I had the wrist strap on, but I remember darting between the trees, running across the fields, getting to the edge of the woods, seeing a number of deer, getting spooked by the deer, and then the deer running, and then me diving into the bushes where the deer had been sitting and just waiting, and just like it was like a Blair Witch kind of thing, like huffing and puffing, like something was chasing me, but I don't think I was that far away.
Were you trying to blow somebody's house down or something?
I guess.
Can we back up on this?
Maybe that wasn't the right way to describe it, but like heavy breathing, like I was.
Oh yeah.
Like I was mounting the ground where I was laying.
Were you hanging out with Davey a little too much?
I was thinking about it. Yeah, which your big buddy from
my dear friend.
Oh yeah, a little on the nose, but I like it. I do.
He's a deer, and he's my friend.
Good stuff.
So stupid.
All right, so what do you got over there? What's been on your mind this week?
All right, so my wife had a baby.
No, she didn't.
No, she did. Yeah, she birthed a 3-year-old fur baby.
Jesus
His name
Christ.
is Monkey. He's black and white.
Yep.
And he's probably about 15 pounds.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I mean, granted, I've had 2 human children, or my wife has had 2 human children, and usually the gestation period is about 9 months, give or take. I didn't know that 3 years was something that was even possible, but go on.
Well, it just goes by so fast.
Oh, yeah, no, of course.
I'm sure you could maybe relate to it. Like, you wake up one day and you got a newborn, and, like, you blink, and you're like, oh, my God, my baby's 3 years old already. And it's like, they're outside trying to mount each other. Like, you just don't know what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah, you're
what
talking about
to the sweet little baby that had colic, that was coughing all over the place. I couldn't get any goddamn sleep. Did it stop having colic and I slept for 2.5 years? Maybe.
You're talking about
because I don't remember.
You're talking about your fucking dogs. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up, sucker.
Yeah, that's not a thing.
No, dogs have colic. Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's possible that they have colic.
Just open a book once in a while. It's a fact.
But
dogs can get colic.
That's
see what I did there?
I did. Yeah, I saw that. That was great. That was just super fun. Yeah. So if you didn't get a chance to listen to that first episode, we had a nice conversation about my frustration with people that are putting magnets and these cute little stickers on their car that say, you know, my child has 4 legs, or I'm a dog mother,
or like I like to eat fur burgers, or you know, whatever it is.
Yeah, no, all along the same vein, definitely.
That's a dog reference, right? Fur burger.
I think so. It should be.
It is, right? It's not like.
So I see you making what looks to be a symbol with your fingers that I would assume to reference some part of the female anatomy, and I think
not what is that what it means, or is it like a dog reference? Because I'm confused.
I think it's both.
Okay, yeah. Because when I say fur burger, I mean like a burger that a dog would like to eat. Probably.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, that makes much more sense. So anyway, so your wife birthed this.
Yeah, so
this
she birthed
15-pound, 3-year-old dog.
Satan bless her soul. She's healthy. The baby's healthy.
Great.
Everyone seems to be getting along good.
Okay.
We swaddled him for the first couple days, and we bathed him today for the first time, and you know everything's good. He's a sweet little monkey.
Wonderful.
He's a dog, but his name's Monkey. Just to clarify.
I like that. See, that's a solid name for a dog. Like, I have always found it funny when people name dogs, you know, like something, I don't know, like pedestrian, like if they name their dog like Joe.
Crosswalk.
I've always found that kind of funny, you know?
Oh, that kind of pedestrian. Okay.
Yeah.
Not crosswalk.
Yeah, but I like the name Monkey. That's solid.
Yeah, see, he came out of the womb with this name, and it was Diesel. And it's like, yeah, like, I'm going to keep the dog, but I don't think I'm going to keep the name.
Yeah.
So, Monkey.
I like it. Although, I mean, you could
we call
be
him Monk sometimes for short.
Ooh, okay.
Which always reminds me of that stupid TV show.
You didn't enjoy Monk?
Let me back up.
All right.
I don't think it's really proper to say that it's stupid because I never really watched it.
Okay.
So I recant that statement. It reminds me of the show Monk, which I never watched, so thus forth, I don't really have anything to say about it.
No, but see, I think that's one of the wonderful things that we get to do as people, and probably more specifically Americans, is that we get to pass judgment on things that we don't really know about, and that's, I think that's a wonderful thing, you know, because when you hear about...
I don't want to hear what you have to say about it.
So, I like the name Monkey. Big fan.
I think I might have came up with that, or someone else did.
Regardless.
It's just a word that popped into my mind. I don't even know if it has a meaning in the English language, but I was just like, monkey. I like the way that rolls off the tongue.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
So I was thinking too that, you know, if you had kept the name Diesel, it could be like in reference to Vin Diesel, who's had quite the cinematic career. I mean, usually people think about Fast and the Furious, but did you ever see The Pacifier? I mean, that movie was garbage.
Yeah, I saw that, but actually, Saving Private Ryan, he was in that, which he actually did pretty okay work.
Was he really?
Yeah.
What? I don't remember
he
that.
He gets shot when he's trying to rescue the little girl in Germany.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, he that was probably his best role. What's up, Van? How you doing, bud?
All right, I'm gonna have to go back and watch that again. Just the same way you need to go back and brush up on your Finding Nemo time.
Yeah. So, little known fact, or maybe not, Finding Nemo not available on Netflix.
No, too popular.
There's a section called similar to Finding Nemo on Netflix.
Ooh, what'd you get?
Something about a little baby turtle.
Oh, is that Reef?
Turtle life. Yeah, I got through like 5 minutes of it. And,
yeah.
I was like, yeah, I can't watch anymore. Like, turtle was cute, but it had human eyes.
That's freaky.
Which, it bothered me. So.
No, wait, did he have human eyes, like, as his eyes, or did he have human eyes that he carried around with him as, like, a souvenir that he scooped out of someone's skull?
Both, actually, and he would swap them.
Oh, that's just the worst.
It was like no, that's not a good reference. Yeah, it was just weird.
No, go for it. Hit it.
I was going to say it's like quid pro quo, but
nope.
It's like, what can these eyes do for me to make it worthwhile for me to look through them?
Now, if the turtle had taken a pair of human eyes, does he... Okay. So when he's...
okay, I like this.
Yeah, right. Yeah. You like where this is going, definitely.
Yeah.
So, all right, so when he has his turtle eyes, he's seeing the world, through his turtle brain. But when he swaps them out and puts his human eyes in, does he see through, like, the human soul? Because obviously the person that I would think that the human that he took them from was probably dead. I guess you could survive that, but not likely, Like, you're losing a lot of blood there. That's not, that's pretty traumatic.
Yeah. I don't know if you could... I don't think you can survive losing... Like literally getting your eyes scooped out of your skull.
Right.
No, I think that turtle's going to take your soul, too, probably. Yeah, so he's like a soul-sucker turtle.
Okay. So are you then seeing... All right, so let's say...
Probably nothing, because I'd be dead. Eyeless and dead on a beach, because turtles only live on beaches in this movie.
Yeah. Which, yeah, that's... Yeah, it doesn't sound like a good movie. I don't think we're doing a great job of really helping out this turtle movie or Netflix in any way.
Yeah, so let's back off that one then.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll cut that out. I did watch Bob's Burgers.
Yeah?
Bob's Burger.
Really?
Yeah, I watched one episode and then half of season 1, episode 2. And it's like, I don't know, like, just to put it in, like, perspective, like, I read some of the Bible and, like, that was better.
Well, that's mean.
Well, you were equating it to the Bible and finding Christ and all that.
No. I wasn't equating it to the Bible. I was equating it to the feeling that people get, like, that joy and, like, just that...
Down in their heart.
Yeah, exactly. Like, the way people want to just stand up and, like, sing. Like, when you realize something that you've been missing for so long has finally entered your life, and you want to share it with the world. That's what I was equating it to.
Yeah, maybe I'll have to revisit it. Like, where does it actually, like, start getting, like, not so shitty? Is there a particular episode I should look for?
I don't know. I think I really enjoyed it from the beginning. Well, what I will say too is that when there was one Sunday night a couple of months ago where I was watching The Simpsons and it just kind of went right into Bob's Burgers after that, and I was like, oh, I've never watched this before. Let me check it out. And it was a pretty funny episode. So it was probably a couple of seasons in, and I was like, all right, I think I got to go back and start this from the beginning. And I pulled Kristen into it, and she really enjoys it too. And she's a tough critic, man. There's not a lot of stuff that she really finds all that funny. Like, you got to hit things on the head there for her to really, really get on board.
Yeah, I'm surprised your relationship has lasted so long, because you're really not funny.
Oh. Wah wah wah. So, all right. So let's go back a little bit. And,
Yeah, let's back it up.
all right. So we're talking turtles. I don't really know if this is the best segue, but earlier today I was sitting at this barbecue and I was, holding the little baby, the 5-month-old, and I was thinking to myself, I'd really like a beer at this point, and the only things that I had been told that were in the fridge were Coors Light in the can and some Sam Adams, and I was really feeling
it's Coors Light.
Oh, right. Sorry. Yeah, the banquet. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
So I was like, oh, you know what? I could get down with a Sam Adams right now. But I was thinking about how, they're not twist offs, and I was like, oh, it might be kind of tricky with the baby and holding her to get the bottle open. And it could do it, but it can get a little nerve wracking. So I was thinking that, there was an article that I read about parents that could choose like what kind of eye color their babies could have and things like that, like basic stuff. And I'm sure it'll advance at some point where they could pick like, are they going to be tall? Are they going to have big feet? What's it come down to? And I think it'd be kind of cool, like if you could choose to like accessorize your baby. So like I'd love to put a bottle opener on her at somewhere. And I don't even mean like gluing it to her body. I mean like actually having it embedded in her skin so that it's not something that like tears the skin off of her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so like replace maybe like the ring finger on her hand for a bottle opener.
Sure. Because then you figure too, like you're just setting her up for later in life when, she's partying in high school and assuming she goes to college or, she's then that age.
Out in the pit over a green bucket. What's
oh,
up, babe? How you
man.
doing?
Going to see the Melvins,
Yeah, man.
If anybody's not sure about that, go watch PCU. And if you haven't watched it, go fuck yourself. Anyway, but I think that'd be great. Yeah. I mean, maybe replace the pinky, because the ring finger is kind of important.
Well, it depends on which hand.
Yeah,
the
sure.
pinky actually is what gives you your grip.
Oh, okay.
So you don't, because that was my first thought. I was like, yeah, just replace your pinky. It's useless. But I know because I've broken both my pinkies.
Yeah.
You don't want to replace your pinky with a bottle opener.
Okay.
I would say, and you don't want to take your index or your middle finger because those are both really key.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But you only need one ring finger.
Yeah, okay. That's fair. Yeah,
so
yeah,
just,
all right.
Just lop off the one on your right hand, weld in a bottle opener.
See, I love it. I mean, now, all right.
Or a corkscrew.
Here's the other thing, too. Yeah, well, that's the other point. Like, do you only get a bottle opener, or do you make it all, alcohol-related? And here's the other thing, too, just to throw another question on top of it. Is it the kind of thing where, Wolverine has those claws in her hands that are retractable, or is it something that's always there?
No, it's got to be like Spider-Man. Like, it's her curse, and it's her gift.
Okay.
So the whole world can see it. Like, you can't hide that.
All right, so
unless you're wearing mittens, because you probably can't fit that under a glove.
Yeah. All right, so let's think about... Well, there's the other thing, too. I mean...
I would go Swiss Army knife for a finger.
Ooh, I like that.
Because that's like everything. That's like all in one.
So, all right, so let's talk about how you would accessorize your fur-covered child, as you call them.
Oh, well...
Which are not children, but go on.
I would do a bottle opener for a tail.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah. And then, pretty much everything else is perfect. I just love those little guys.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway. All right, so what else you got on your end? I feel like we covered that pretty well.
Yeah, let me check my notes.
What do you got for me?
Interesting story. My wife is a nanny.
Yeah.
She does that professionally.
Right.
Watches kids.
Yes.
Basically. And she just took this new job. Everything's going great.
Okay.
And then she's off work today for the long weekend. And she gets a text message this morning. don't need your services anymore. Thanks.
Oh.
Something along those lines. So, that brings up this great topic of what's the funniest or best story that you happen to have about either being fired or quitting a job? And I'm going to assume it's quitting, because who would fire you?
Well, excellent point. I have, all right. So I think about this job where I think we both have some pretty decent stories about quitting. I do remember working at like a landscape company, and I remember going in for the first day, and they had asked me to move like a bunch of Christmas trees, and there were a bunch of dudes that were supposed to be helping me, but all they did were they would sit and just watch me try to lug these like 10, 11-foot trees around. So when I went to lunch, I just left, but I didn't tell anybody and just never went back. But I think, and it's not even really about quitting or being fired necessarily. I think about this snowboard shop that I used to work at, and it was right around Christmas and New Year's, when obviously their busy season is because a lot of people are off from school and they're doing a lot of business. I just didn't go into work for like 2 solid weeks. Didn't call anybody, didn't say anything. I mean, for all they know, I could have died in some fiery car wreck. And then when
ghost?
No, I'm not.
How do I know that that's true?
Well, it's like police officers. You have to identify yourself as as what you are, and I think ghosts.
Okay, yeah. So if somebody asks you point blank, "Are you a ghost?"
Right.
You have to answer it directly.
Right. Yeah. So no, I'm not a ghost.
Am I a ghost?
I'm a spectral being, as we call ourselves.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Is that like a fancy word for ghost?
Yeah, pretty much. So when I decided to go back to this job, because I still liked it there, I just didn't want to be there for an extended period of time. My boss came.
But I'm doing a podcast with an extraterrestrial. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, more or less.
Okay.
You know what?
Well, as long as I know what I mean.
I'll throw in a crop circle for Christmas. Don't worry about it. It'll really enhance the value of your home.
That's a pretty cool story, the history of crop circles.
Yeah. So
you should know.
So when I decided to go back to this job, my boss, who was
Wait, so you go back to it?
So I go back to it, right? And I have this whole plan where I go in and I'm going to try to play it off like nothing happened, right? So I go back in, and my manager at the time, who was like this really timid guy, comes up to me and he was like, "Hey, where have you been?" And I said, "Oh, I had some stuff that was going on." And I'm just just completely vague about it. And he's like, "Oh, he's like, we didn't see you for a while." And he's kind of dancing around it, and I'm dancing around it. And I was like, "Yeah, but everything's fine. I'm back. All right, what do you need me to do?" And he says nothing about it for the rest of the time that I worked there, which was like for at least another 4 or 5 months, which I was completely shocked about, because I thought he was going to read me the riot act and be like, "You fucking asshole, you bailed on us, like this was our most busy time. You didn't even tell anybody you weren't coming in. We left you messages, nobody, you didn't call back." That was pretty fun. I don't feel great about it, but I do feel like it made for a decent story, at least.
You should probably feel great about it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because that's pretty badass.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like you basically surrendered your job. Like, you're like, "I don't want it, don't care." And then one day you're like, "Yeah, I could use some money. May as well go see if I can get back in there and just make up some bullshit story."
I'm coming back.
Didn't even have to make up a story. You're just like, "Yeah, things and stuff. I'm here now."
So, but going back to what you were saying about, your wife being fired via text, like that's a pretty shitty thing to do. Like, at least call somebody, make it a conversation. Like, I mean, obviously, if somebody's going to get, fired over text, the people that it's coming from, they don't seem very stand-up citizens to begin with.
Yeah, well, that's like the thing. It's if you're going to fire someone or break up with someone, because that's really what you're doing, is you're ending a relationship.
Right.
So it's basically like you're breaking up with them.
Yeah.
And you're doing it over text, you're weak.
Yeah.
So, grow up or don't ever have employees or a real relationship again because you suck at it and you don't deserve to talk to humans.
Yeah.
Go get like a turtle or something.
Yeah.
Have fun with that because those things stink.
Or
you gotta wash them every day.
No. Go get that turtle, and I hope he scoops your eyes out.
There it is.
Yeah. It's coming around. All right, so hit me with a good quitting story or being fired. What do you got?
Okay, so I got actually a pretty funny one.
Yeah.
So in my younger years, I worked as a valet at a country club, and it was myself and a friend of mine. We both worked there, and it worked out so perfect the way that they paid. They paid like every 2 weeks, but your check would be for the previous week. So you could get your check on Friday, and your first shift was on that Friday. So they didn't owe you any money.
Oh, okay.
So me and my friend had this plan where we're like, yeah, this place sucks. They changed a bunch of the rules. We don't want to work here anymore. So we both go in Friday afternoon, get our checks, and we're like, oh, yeah, we'll be back tonight for our shift, whatever. Never show up. So that night, I go out, just hanging out with some friends. I get home, and I have a message on my answering machine. And that's like the old school method of voicemail for anybody that doesn't know an answering machine.
Yeah, I was gonna say for all you millennials, that's something that we used in the olden days to retrieve messages from people when they would call us because I don't know, when did you have a cell phone?
Right, exactly. When I got my first cell phone 6 months ago.
There you go.
But not really.
Yeah. So I'm a ghost and you're a fucking liar.
Right. Well, that can't be denied.
No.
So I get this message, and it's this guy, Masood, who is my manager there.
Okay.
And he's like, hello, Will. This is Masood. I'm calling because you are not here for work. If this is some kind of game between you and Scott, and for the record, Scott is my friend who worked there, then you have messed with the wrong person.
Oh.
I will get revenge on you.
Whoa.
And then he kind of goes on and on for a little while. So, to this day, I'm looking over my shoulder waiting for this motherfucker to pop out of somewhere to get his revenge.
He might be playing the long con. I mean, this could be... this could be his plan where he's like jotting down the years and not even days of, when he's going to pop out and like, just do something silly like throw a mustard packet at you, and
he's going to be like before he does anything, he's going to pop out and he's going to be like, hello, Will, do you know what today is? I'll be like, I don't know, like Thursday or something. Maybe it's Tuesday. I really don't know. He's like, no, this is the anniversary of the day you quit.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm like, quit what? I have no recollection of who or what you're talking about. And then he goes into the whole story that I just told you guys, and then I'm like, oh, it's you. What's up, Masood? How you doing, man? And then he just kills me.
No. He's not going to do anything crazy like that. What if... All right, and this is where things could get awesome. What if he's actually inside the dog that you guys just picked up? He is
like
Monkey.
Inner Space with Martin Short?
Yeah, he
like
is.
He got shrunk down inside a little... I don't know what that thing was.
I'm actually kind of thinking about like Ace Ventura 2, where he pops out of that rhino's butt. Like what if now Masood and Monkey? I know they're not really the same, but they're similar.
In that they both start with M.
Yeah, pretty much. That's the only thing I got. But what if one day you're like chilling on the couch and all of a sudden you see, like Monkey start to get a little weird, and then like his butt opens up and just keeps going and going and going. And Masood crawls out, and he was like, gotcha!
I'll tell you this. If that dude could fit inside of this dog, that's a goddamn miracle.
You'd let him have it?
Like, I will start, like, going to church and stuff if that happens.
Whoa. slow down.
No,
Let's not say anything crazy.
Satan, if you're listening, I do not mean that.
Well, you could still go to a satanic church. You know, I mean, I feel like, but really, I mean, the church part of it implies that you're going to go to some Christian-based organization.
I would probably just poop myself. In
Okay.
all honesty.
There you go. That's better.
Oh yeah. So how many times have you actually pooped yourself? Because this is a fun conversation that I have with my wife, and she hates having this one.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna say twice, and I wish it was more, but it's only
Pooh
two.
doesn't.
Yeah, Pooh doesn't. So, but now this could be. I mean, obviously we don't care, and we can talk about it. But really, what I want to get to is kind of what we were discussing the other day about Pooh-related superpowers. And
okay, right.
I love the... All right, so really what it came from was that I had gotten home from work one day, you know, did my normal afternoon poop, and I was thinking, this is taking an awfully long time to wipe and clean myself appropriately. And I was thinking about a great episode of Parks and Rec where the character Andy was wiping himself, and he made some comment like, it's like wiping a marker. It just doesn't end. And I was thinking that a great superpower would be every time you poop, like as soon as you're done, boom, pants are up, you're off, you're going to the day. Because, you know, I kind of have my morning routine. You know, I get up, I have a cup of coffee, I go poop, and then I have to go shower because, like, you know, I got to be clean. Like, I don't want to be sitting in my own feces for most of the day.
Yeah, you can't go to work with poop running down your legs.
Exactly. No, I mean, you don't want it just sitting up in there getting all swampy.
That happens to everybody, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
But then I was thinking that, you know, like, all right, so for the most part, wiping, it's not a huge deal. Like, that's not something so terrible. So then I was thinking that what if I had the ability to make other people poop, like, on command? So I'm picturing, like, you know, difficult meetings that I have at work, or, you know, people that cut me off on the highway, and I'm thinking, like, what if I had the option to, like, snap my fingers and give people immediate diarrhea? Like, that would make me so happy to see, you know, because you think about, like, you go to a store and, like, somebody's being
the red box guy.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. So, we'll come back to that. So, you see somebody being a total asshole to someone, like, you know, to, like, a cashier that's, you know, just trying to do their job, and, you know, somebody just wants to make somebody's day worse. So you just, you know, you walk up behind them, you snap their fingers, and immediately they shit their pants, you know?
Wait, you're gonna break their fingers?
No, I'd snap my fingers.
Oh, you're gonna break your own fingers?
Yes, exactly. So I have to take a pinky, snap it in half.
There's gotta be a better way to do this.
No, I think, all right, with great power comes great compound fractures. That's the phrase, isn't it?
Wait, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that FDR?
Yeah. It's FDR Spider-Man.
Or was it Churchill?
Yeah.
With great power, great compound fractures.
There you go. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about the bread box guy real quick. So, well, actually, you know, before we do that, what's your poop-related superpower?
Well, it's not poop-related. I didn't know it had to be poop-related.
Oh, yeah. We got to stick with the same vein here.
Oh, so poop-related superpower.
Putting you on the spot.
All right.
Putting you on the shit.
Let's say this. That I don't know how to make it into a superpower, though.
There's not a lot to work with. I mean, it seems like a pretty broad topic, but it's really not.
It can be broad at times.
Right.
And sometimes it's just like splatter paint. I mean, it just depends on what you ate the day before.
Oh, so bad. Shout out to you, Taco Bell.
There it is. Stupid Taco Bell. Yeah, still haven't seen a Breakfast Defectors commercial, so...
Well, go on the interweb and educate yourself.
I'll see. I feel like I put in my research with trying to find... I was trying to find Finding Nemo.
Well, you can come over. I got it on the DVR. We can watch it together.
Okay, yeah, maybe
And play some NBA Jam.
Yeah, I'm there for that.
Yeah, sweeten in the pot. All right, here we go.
All right.
So back to this poo-related superpower.
I would say probably this one that would take, like, all the stuff that's in the bottom of a porta toilet.
Yeah.
And just tornado it around somebody.
Ooh.
And just drop it.
Okay.
Like, all over them.
So, all right. So is this the kind of thing where people have to be inside the porta potty, or do they need to, like, how does it work? Give me the specifics here.
It's like within a 10-foot radius.
Oh, okay. So
like you come near that porta potty, and I have the option to basically ruin your day and possibly your life.
All right. So I'm picturing this. Let's say somebody's at a concert or a football game where you see.
Oh yeah. Well, then they're going to be in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. But here's the thing.
But
here's the thing, though. So you have So you could pick. Let's just say, for argument's sake, you pick as many porta potties as you want, and you can, then make the contents of that porta potty swirl around into a poonado, if you will, and then just cover someone in it. Now, this whole event.
When I say cover, I mean like you're going to be covered.
Oh, I believe it. I'm picturing like Carrie, with the pig's blood.
Yeah. That's good.
The only thing that I'm thinking about is that I feel like this raises a lot of red flags. Like, I don't want to poke too many holes in this.
Red flags, not brown flags.
Well, yeah. I mean, all right. Sorry. So it raises a lot of brown and off-brown flags, and greenish. I've seen my toddler's poo. Depending on what she's consumed, and it's weird. I mean, she's basically the Roy G. Biv of shit. So, like, this whole Poonado happens, covers someone in it. I feel like that's going to really alert people to something bigger going on. Now, I feel like something like I had said, like, snap my fingers, make someone shit their pants, like, that happens. People poop their pants. I feel like maybe you got to, go towards something where, like, the person has to be in the porta potty, and it's like a volcano coming up at them.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's might be better. I didn't have as much time to prepare for this.
Fair.
Because
I gave it a lot of thought.
Like
A lot of thought.
I didn't know it had to be doo-doo related.
Well, I figure, like, we want to switch it up, because, like, you think about if you were to, come across a genie, and people are like, oh, I'd wish for money and world peace. It wouldn't be the first time I came across a genie.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh. It wouldn't be the first time you came in a genie. So.
No, I literally came across a genie once.
All right, hit me with it.
It was inside of a bottle.
Yeah? Are you referencing Christina Aguilera right now?
No. This is before that. I was in, like, 5th grade.
Yeah.
And it was a blue genie that came out of this little, like, oil lamp thing. And
yeah.
I was hanging out with this guy, Aladdin.
Yeah.
He was my boy.
Yeah.
And he had this cute little monkey dude, Alfredo or something. I don't remember his name. But, yeah. And there was this genie, and he was cool. He would sing songs and stuff. But Aladdin was all like, no, you can't make any wishes. He's my genie. So, I just came across him, and that was it.
It was great. So, anyway.
That's a kid's movie. Anybody out there with kids?
Yep. We are hopefully going to get sponsored by Disney at some point, when they can, I guess.
Hey, Walt, what's up, man? How you doing down there?
So we're nearing in on an hour, but I'm thinking that if we're sponsored by Disney, they're probably going to have to cut it down to like 6 or 7 minutes to cut out anything offensive.
I think he got dead.
Yeah?
Walt?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and just a massive racist, too. I mean,
Oh, yeah, he hated white people.
Oh, he hated everybody. Everybody.
Did you ever see that movie about that lady that made that other movie? Like, oh my god.
You're going to have to be more vague.
Mary Poppins.
Okay.
Mary Poppins.
There you go.
It's like, oh my god, what a horrific woman.
Yeah.
that's what they painted her to be.
I was a big fan of the adult film that they did. I don't even know if this is real. Cherry Poppins.
No, I think it's ringing a bell.
Is it?
At least one.
Yeah. See, that's like a sex related thing too. Like, you can ring my bell. Like, that's good. I like where you went with that.
Yeah, I like to do that sometimes. You keep lobbing them up, you know.
Oh, all right. So, I think we're gonna have to hold on to the Redbox interaction for another night. Keep people, tuning in. Make sure they come back and enjoy the show we had. I don't know. Do we want to thank anyone in particular? I mean, I want to give a little thank you to Spikeball and the guys at 6 Point. You want to thank Otter Creek for their tasty brew?
Well, not for the beer. I'm going to thank Otter Creek for this sweet little Bernie's Mountain Dog.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Put on all their bottles, because that dog's awesome. Good
there
for
you
you
go.
guys.
Nice.
Keep on doing that. That's cool.
All right, so we're going to call this Episode 2, Tattooed Bananas. Maybe we'll give it a fun little name after we think about it. Maybe what, you know what? I kind of like, not that it was a huge piece to the show, but I like, Episode 2, Poonado.
Yeah, it didn't really work out so good, though.
That's okay, though. That doesn't matter, because I feel like that's the hook that's really going to get people to come in and listen, because if at any point you can do something tornado and poo related, like that's going to bring the people.
Yeah, and the thunder, probably.
Yeah. I mean,
the thunder from down under.
See, there you go. That's right on the nose. That's a Storm Chasers I'd watch.
Yeah, I love Storm Chasers.
All right.
Those people are crazy.
I give them a lot of credit, because they are indeed batshit crazy. And
like, what is your relationship with your wife like that you're going to go into a storm like that?
It's
Can't
either
be good, or your husband. I'm sure there's women storm chasers.
True.
Or you storm chasers out there, I respect your job and everything, but what kind of decisions have you made in your life to end up there?
I don't know. I mean, it seems like it just comes from sheer boredom, or just like, I mean, go jump out of an airplane. Go do something where it's a bit more, I don't know.
Yeah, like stop watching Twister all the time.
Yeah, there you go.
It's
Which is, I mean, don't get me wrong, fantastic movie. Anytime you can see a cow.
And the CGI just doesn't stand up.
Well, no, of course not. But
yeah, it's just bad.
All right.
You're like, that cow's totally real. And
yeah.
That's cow slaughter.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I mean,
man, I could totally go for a burger.
Yeah, that does sound pretty good right now. All right, well, go get yourself a burger. I'm going to crack open another beer and get down to putting this up so that the people can get a laugh out of this. Hopefully, 2 laughs, maybe
Hopefully,
3.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. All right, Will. It was fantastic
right,
talking with you, buddy.
Yep.
We'll talk again soon.
Okay.